Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Neil. If you've not been here before, please do not forget to subscribe before you leave. Today we're going to talk about the new Jackson Guitars Virtuoso range. It's all made in the USA and it looks absolutely fantastic, if I'm honest. Right guys, so you know that I'm a massive fan of the Jackson Pro Series Dinkies. I own two of them. They're on the channel all the time. They've not been on it as much lately. They both need a string change, and I've basically been putting it off because I've been sent guitars from other brands, so I've been demoing those for you guys and playing those. But I still love my Dinkies, and I still say that my DK2 Green Glow Pro Series guitar is the best guitar that I've ever owned, and I still say that, and I absolutely love that guitar. Like I said, it needs a bit of a string change. Anyhow, yesterday Jackson revealed a brand new series, I guess, called the Virtuoso. It is, you know, I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but at the end of the day, it is just an American-built Dinky, okay? Now, the thing that's important about these guitars, before we go on to the specs and everything, is that they are made in the USA and they are retailing at £1,990 odd, which, in my opinion, for a US built guitar, that is really good, and it is even really good by Jackson standards. It's very hard to get hold of a US made Jackson for that type of money, or has been for years. And I think that's a great price for an American made guitar anyway. Quality wise, I can't comment on it. I just want to say also, before we go into the guitar and take a good look around it, that I have got in touch with my artist relation at Jackson Guitars today and asked if there's any available for me to get on the channel. It would be really cool to get that guitar on the channel, particularly seeing as I've had so many Dinkies before in the past and also own two Pro Series Dinkies. It would be really good to compare them both, take a good look around the guitar and see if there is a huge difference between the American made ones and obviously the Mexican and Korean made Pro Series. That would be great, and just to look at it in the flesh and to see what it plays like and to let you guys know if it feels any different from the other Dinkies, because the Korean Dinky does feel quite different from the Mexican Dinky, which I've also covered in another video. These Dinkies have been labelled or branded by Jackson as the Virtuoso. They've done that probably so it stands out from the regular Dinkies, you know, as something quite special. The guitar, I think the first thing we need to mention is the trem. Something that I'm really happy about is the Floyd Rose that's on there. It's not an original, but it is a Floyd Rose 1500 trem. That means that it's a Floyd Rose 1000, but there's been upgrades for a start. The trem arm is not a collar. I hate the collars actually on trem arms. The pushing trem arms are much better, and this is an upgrade that you'll get with this guitar. The trem arm just pushes in there. Also, there are some steel screws involved in the 1500 to make it a bit more roadworthy, you know, a bit more, make it stand the test of time a bit better. And also with the stainless steel screws, I feel they're not quite as grindy when you use them, you know, they're a bit smoother. So that's the first thing that you gain from shelling out this 1990 odd pounds. Do not forget that the regular Dinkies, you know, they can come in at £1,200 depending on where it's built, depending on whether it's a Japanese model, a Korean model. Obviously the Mexican models come in at under £1,000, usually over here. So when you go and you think, you know, another 600 quid possibly from the Japanese ones, what are you gaining? You have to look at these things. Now, the tuners are Go-To tuners, which is absolutely great as well, another upgrade. They've kept the pickups the same as they are in most Dinkies, or at least they are in the Pro Series Dinkies. It's a TB4 in the bridge and a 59 in the neck. Everything else looks pretty much the same. The heel, the neck heel, which I absolutely love on the Jackson Dinkies, is still there. It looks really nice. It doesn't look any different to me. There's lots of access there. It's very low profile, very rounded. I think it looks great. There's two cutaways on the back of the guitar, two belly cuts, whatever you want to call them, one on the back of the horn and one on where the belly cut would be. And those are still there as well on the guitar. There's no extras there. To me, the body shape, it's just a Dinky body. The neck looks absolutely gorgeous. The fingerboard is actually quite special on these guitars. It's down as streaked ebony. I'm going to zoom in and show you a picture of the fingerboard because it does look really nice and really quite special and quite different as well. I really like what they've done there. The neck is a 5-piece caramelized maple, caramelized maple, caramelized maple. So basically it's got two stripes down the back of the neck that are regularly, you know, like what I call the white maple. and then the rest of the neck, the other pieces, the other three pieces are caramelized maple. But it looks really nice, you know, it looks kind of custom-y, you know. It's got loom inlays on there, which is great. A lot of people expect that now. And thank God they've kept the heel mounted truss rod adjustment, which means it's down here at the bottom of the neck and you don't have to take the plastic off up there on the headstock. You know, you just put your Allen wrench in or whatever and you can adjust it down there on the fly. That's something that should be on all guitars, in my opinion. They've kept that on there. That's on the USA and it's on the Pro Series as well, and I think that that's just the way guitars should be. The inlays are mother of pearl inlays. They're dot inlays, and a lot of people would say, oh come on, let's have some shark fin inlays on the Dinkies. And yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from. I think the shark fins are kept for soloists mainly, but it would look nice actually to have a Dinky out there with the shark fins on. You know, maybe that's something that they can think about in the future. The scale length is 25.5 inch in length, obviously with it being a Dinky and with it having 24 frets, that's just standard. The neck finish is a satin feel, hand-rubbed light stain, I call it. So again, that ties in with the rest of the Dinkies. The body material is alder. Now, I love my alder Dinky that's made in Mexico. It sounds fantastic. It's probably one of my best sounding guitars ever. The mids that it has are absolutely amazing. It will pop out of the mix every time. The body finish is satin, I think, on most of the models. And the body shape is called a Virtuoso, but to me, it's a Dinky. I don't know the difference between this and a Dinky. I can't see the difference. There may be a slight difference somewhere. If somebody knows what the difference is, please comment below and let me know. The only thing that I can think of that they could have put on this guitar that I would have wanted to make it perfect, really, are stainless steel frets, you know. I've become a big fan of stainless steel frets lately, not just for maintenance and things like that, but I just think they look better and they feel really nice to play as well. The colours that this guitar is available in is, let's just have a look over here for the proper names. Mystic Blue, Satin Black, Satin Shell Pink and Pacific Ocean. Now one thing I will say is that the headstocks match the body colour as well, which is great. They didn't put a plain black headstock on. I think that sometimes can make guitars look cheap. They didn't do that. They kept things nice, they kept things in keeping with the Pro Series. It's great that you get a foam case with this guitar. Yeah, you could have got a hard one. I don't mind the foam ones. Both my Dinkies are upstairs in foam cases, Jackson cases anyway, and they're absolutely fine. Normal gigging situations, the foam cases will be just fine for, in my opinion. When you start touring, throwing on the back of a van, you probably want to get the Dinky hard case. My favourite one out of all these guitars is probably the satin black one. You know, I'm a metal player and that's one that most appeals to me. The Pacific Ocean as well looks pretty nice, but I don't think, you know, if I was going to purchase one, I wouldn't purchase that one. Like I say, I have reached out to Jackson Guitars, I've reached out to my artist relation. We've not had any Jacksons on the channel for quite a long time now. I must be due one. Surely, you know, I went from a while ago, I was having a Jackson guitar to demo on the channel virtually every month, a different guitar. I think that was in 2021. It continued slightly into 2022 and then it just ended. So I'm due a Jackson on the channel. I know you guys, basically, yesterday I looked at my phone, I was like, what the hell are all these notifications? And there was about 20 people all asking me if I was going to get this guitar on the channel. So I've tried for you guys and I will keep you updated on what happens with that and whether the guitar is on its way and whether they have one to send out to me. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the new Jackson USA Virtuoso series. Do you think that this is worth £1,990 odd? If I'm honest, and I'm just speaking, forget my endorsements and things like that, I'm just being totally honest, I think this guitar is a good buy and is worth that. Just looking at the specs and looking at everything that's included in the guitar, an American-made guitar for under £2,000, yeah, I think it is worth that. I think Jackson have got this absolutely bang on point. Until I get a guitar to play, I cannot comment on build quality or how different it is from the Pro Series, obviously, but we'll see what happens with that. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up down below, and let me know what you think about this new guitar by Jackson Guitars. I'll see you all soon.